Hello and welcome to this tutorial. This is my first tutorial, in fact. I've never done something like this ever before, so I might do some mistakes here or there. Might not be so accurate. I might talk shit, stuff that's plainly wrong. If I do, please don't hesitate to tell me in the comments. Anyways, you're probably watching this because you are a lazy son of a bitch and you don't like to read manuals. And, well, I can't blame you. They are a dry read, but in this case, everything that I do is based upon what I read up in the manuals. Albeit that being some time ago, so yeah. Anyways, today I'll be going over the Mavericks and how to bore sight them to the TGP, and later on I'll try to engage some targets in TGP handoff mode. Okay. Anyways, right now I'm in nav mode, so first of all we need to go to underground mode. Turn on the Mavericks. This will take some time. As you can see here, it says not timed out, which basically says that they're off still. Next we change the TGP mode from standby to air to ground, and in our FCR page we turn this from ground mode to C mode, otherwise we won't be able to lock up on the ship that, according to the briefing, we'll be using as a bore sighting object today. One other thing in this mission I notice is it's a bit easier to bore sight them if you approach this ship not at mill power, but around 320 to 340 knots. It should give you plenty of time to power up the Mavericks and align them with the ship and do everything that it takes to bore sight them. Yeah, while we approach the ship, a few things. First off, the MAVs shouldn't be turned on for the entirety of the mission. You should have them turned off whenever possible, and that is basically en route to your target and when you're egressing again. Otherwise, if you let them turned on for too long, they will fail at a certain point because there's a drastic time limit. I believe it's 30 minutes or something. Yep. And before I continue here, I'm just going to change my ECM program to 4. I just did that because later on I'll be using it, and you'll see why. Okay. Okay, ship is in sight. I have my TGP in soy. So let me lock this up. Okay, the MAVs are still not timed out on any second now. That message should disappear and I'll be able to bore sight them. So again, first look for an object in the distance. It should be fairly easy to see both through the TGP and the MAV. Then you first lock it up with the TGP, go into point track mode. Okay, now the message disappeared, so I can blow the dome covers. Oops, sorry. Blow the dome covers, slew the MAV to the ship, TMS up, hit the bore sight button, the upper left one. Missile step, same procedure for the other missile. Slew it to the ship, lock it up, bore sight. Okay, now it's bore sighted, and wherever I look with the TGP is where I look with the MAV. Okay, so now that we've done that, okay, what just happened? Wait a second. Okay. Let me just test the final time. If I've bore sighted them correctly. Oops. TGP is soy. Let me just go down here. Yep, seems like it. As you can see, if I zoom in here, I get the same line of sight for both the Mavericks and the TGP. Anyways, let's power off the AGMs again because of what I just said earlier. And let's continue to the next waypoint. Okay, let me just spool forward. Just engage the autopilot here. Okay, one other thing that I want to talk about is these two OSBs here, corresponding to cursor 0 and steer point. Always make a habit of hitting cursor 0 and steer point after you've locked up a target and engaged it. Otherwise, an offset will remain for the current waypoint, and it will screw with your subsequent targeting unless you hit cursor 0. Because, and I'll show this with the HSD right here. Let me slow down a bit first. Let's go back to ground mode so that I can lock up some building. See how when I move the cursor away from the steer point, the cursor 0 will become highlighted. That's because now I'm basically telling my FCR to look at an offset location from my waypoint. That's essentially what I'm telling it to do. So now, if I lock this up right here, this building right there, that little cross right here, without my moving the cursor, represents the current, well, the current spot that my radar is looking at. If I change my waypoint now, that same offset will apply to the next waypoint. So now if you designate targets with a TGP or whatnot, if you don't hit cursor 0, that offset will remain, resulting in fairly embarrassing misses of targets. So always be sure to zero your cursor. See, now it's zeroed and now it's back to the current waypoint. Okay, that's all there is to that. Anyways, back to the current mission. Let me zoom forward a bit again. One other thing that you can do with the Mavericks is define when they should power on and off, or basically when they should power on. And you do this in the control page, and you can tell it to power on in relation to a steer point, and you activate the basic function with OSB, what is this, 6, well basically this one right here. Now the auto power on function is on, and then you can tell them which waypoint and well, aspect to the waypoint the Maverick should power on. But for this mission I'm not going to use that. So back to control. It's going to power them on manually. Okay. And you switch to the target waypoint. Pick up a little bit of speed here. Yeah, I'm way too slow here. I was just flying so slow to take some more time to explain anyways. If there were map heads down there, I'd basically be dead right now, but since this is a training mission and I know that there aren't, I'm not going to take this too seriously. Anyways, according to the briefing, our targets are located on the westernmost edge of this lineup right here. And if I zoom in, you can see it's these two targets right there. Let me lock them up first and try not to fly like a complete tool here. Keep down low. Okay, weapon page up. Can't see shit yet. And this is a very challenging mission, so if you fail at this the first time, like I might do just now, don't worry about it. This is really, in my personal opinion, one of the most challenging missions from the training missions, so yeah. Okay. There are the buildings. We can see those vehicles, but we can't see the other ones yet. Ah, here we go. Let me pause this for a second. So yeah, anyways. Okay. So the vehicles that I want to engage are somewhere here. I can see one AAA unit right there. I'm not sure if this... No, these should be trucks. Anyways. What I'm about to do is I'll remain in TGP soy, and basically I'll lock up a target with TMS up short, and it will automatically try to hand off that target to the MAV, and if we buoy sight it correctly, then a solid C will show up here. And after that, I'll change the missile with the missile step, and I'll choose another target, which is somewhere here. We'll find it in a second, I hope. And we'll do the same procedure. And once we get a solid cross, which we will try to get by keeping the cross inside the keyhole here, then we are ready to rifle off. But from the looks of it, this is going to be pretty hard because I've spent too much time trying to go through these clouds, which I was forced to do, otherwise I couldn't engage. Anyways, here it goes. Handoff. Ah, shit. Yeah. This did not work. And it did not work because the weather is shit. Anyways, let's try this again. Yeah, this is a perfect example of why you need to conserve your MAV time, because I'm not going to go through the hassle of turning this on and off again when I ingress and egress out of a close air support situation. So I'm going to just let this let the MAVs stay turned on and try a second time. But as you can see, the weather is really crappy here. Oh, there we go. Now, try this again. Okay. Handoff station 7 in progress. Hand it off. Second station. Handoff in progress. Ready. I've got two solid lines. A solid cross, I mean. So.
Rifle.
Rifle and rifle.
Rifle.
Off the target because I don't want to eat a man-pad missile.
Low.
Yes, I know it's low. And if we remain here. The fuckers should explode any second now. Yeah. Oh, 1 and 2. I hope you saw that. Anyways, let's head off to this to the next target. I'm gonna go over the viz mode now. But yeah, if you're not sure that you'll hit the targets, stuff like flashing cross inside of your keyhole, turn around and go a second time. It's always better to not get into enemy threat circles than to try for dear life to get off the shot and not risk a second attempt, because that's the best way of getting shot down, in my experience. Of course, if you have a time limit, if the mission is so that it doesn't allow you to go a second time, or you simply have too many enemy threats in the area and you're bound to return soon, then, well, bad luck. Okay. Let's change the MAVs. Yeah. Just to demonstrate to you. The kilo that I'm talking about is basically an imaginary 3/4 of a circle here, and oh, you know what? You know this stuff. You know this from A10C or whatever. Basically, if this cross is flashing, it tells you that the MAV is outside or at engagement at the outermost. What's it called? I can't think of the word. Anyways, if the cross is flashing, don't shoot. Only shoot when it's not flashing. Or rifle, that is. And even if the cross is within the circle, I mean within the keyhole, there tend to be situations where it's flashing for whatever reason. Even then, there's a high chance that if you then rifle off the Maverick, it will not hit its target. So, yep, just power these off. Okay. Let's change the mode to Viz. And in Viz mode, basically, you have your the TDC is within your, what's it called? This damn thing here. Yeah, see, I forgot what it's called, but you know what I mean. It's swaying with the cursor, and I'll show you in a second what I mean. You hit TMS up once, and it will ground stabilize, and then you can fine tune the target area. Power these on first again. The flight path marker. God damn it, now I know what it's called. So it's swaying with the flight path marker. And if I hit TMS up once, it ground stabilizes. And if I hit TMS up again, it should, yep, remain locked. Missile step. It's already ground stabilized. Lock this. Okay, and now in Viz mode, the HUD things, the HUD symbols, they work better. They're more reliable. And now you can pickle.
Rifle. Rifle.
So I'm just going to travel with them. I got a master caution now because I can go into Cat 1 mode. Oh, there you see the missile. And the second one. Oh, if I do anything stupid. See, and now they come down. And they should hit the targets accordingly. Wham, 1 and 2. So, as you can see, Viz mode is way more easier than handoff mode. but it requires you to fly towards the target and have the MAV look at the target instead of the TGP. And what I like about the handoff mode is that you can take your sweet time looking for targets, basically a cast situation, and once you see a target, you let it locked in area mode, or have the TGP line of sight on the target, and once you turn in towards the target, you can just hit TMS up and it will hand off the target to the MAV. I'm not sure how this works if you have high aspects. If the MAV is not within line of sight of the target like the TGP is, then probably the handoff will most certainly fail. Anyways, from here on out it's just RTB, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope I didn't make too many mistakes. If you have any questions, ask away, and we'll probably watch this 1 or 2 times just to be sure. I don't know. Anyways, have fun.